Okay, folks, this is Sidney Guajardo coming to you live from San Antonio, Texas. We had a pretty good morning this morning looking for trades. Had a decent day in Forex. Let's see what we can conjure up for tonight. My name is Sidney Guajardo, and I'm representing the trading places. All right, let's get to work here. So we have everything going. All right. All right, let's go. Okay, gold had a pretty good day. Started off pretty decent, went up quite a bit today. So this is it's an upward trend for sure. Let's figure out where this is going to end up for tomorrow. Looks like it's on a pretty good clip. They say gold could go up to $1,800. That's all speculation, so we'll go from there. If you're joining us, I usually don't give any type of call on gold or US 30. It's just a slippery fish when you add soap to it as well. That thing just has a mind of its own. It's worse than Forex. So let's get the let's go to US 30. Kind of up and down the last few. The last had a pretty good rally here at the end. Let's see where it ends up. Right there. So yeah, it's looks like it's heading up in the up direction. Who knows? That thing is affected by news and everything else. So let's go ahead and go to let's start with Forex. Let's go to euro dollar. Okay, we're looking at a trend this morning of a downward trend, and it sure did go down. King Solomon did his job right here, and then it went back up. So those of you who took that signal had a pretty good day today. So let's go ahead and erase this, and let's start fresh for tomorrow. Let's see what the king can do. He just got up from his nap. So we're looking at a downward trend here, and let's find out where we are. Right there. Those of you who like to track their stuff, I always do this on my own as well. I usually put this vertical or this horizontal line right on top of the candle if it's green, and right under if it's red. So, but let's see here. What it's in consolidation. It can be in the middle of the street, and that could be just because it's on its way up. But if it starts doing the sideways dance, the sideways shuffle there, it's usually put there by the institutional traders in consolidation, and we have something for that coming up. So there's a lot of real estate to go north. Maybe this is a new trend. Euro dollar had been going up down for a long time, for about a month, and finally caught some traction. Had this little spike here, went into consolidation, and went back to going down. So who knows what's happening over there? I don't know. Yeah, we'll just leave that alone. Let's go to dollar yen. Well, it started a new trend here, so let's erase this and let's see what we can do here. All right, so this looks like a new trend for sure. Start of something beautiful. And it's right here. What I'm going to do on this one, so we can verify this tomorrow in training, we only have training on one time on Friday till the market closes early. So what I'm going to put here is long when indicators turn, and today is the 14th. PM session. Let's see where this thing ends up. I gotta do this again. Jeez, sorry about that. Instead of typing all this out, I'm just going to copy it. So you don't have to hear that obnoxious keyboard in the background. All right, let's see where this ends up. Golly, this thing is something wrong with this. Sorry, guys. Maybe if I do this. There we go. Okay, long when indicators turn. All right, here we go. System does it for you. All these alerts, boy, that's beautiful. Okay, so look, we have a new trend here. Looks like it. It could go in retracement too, who knows? Let's call the trend. We gotta know where we're going, right? And then we need to know where we are. Right there. So this one kind of looks like I'm gonna have to stay with a call that the king said. So I'm gonna go long when the indicators turn. Right there. Wow. Perfect. As long as you can see the G, I'm good with that. If it was a T there, we know short. G is for long. Okay, let's go to Aussie dollar. Okay, so there's not really, I mean, there's a slight trend. It looks like it's a short trend, right? It's going short. See it right there over the last, I don't know, maybe 100 candles or so. I don't know, maybe a week. But it looks like it wants to turn up a little bit. So let's put a horizontal line here. All right. So there's no agreement here at all. So I'm just going to put that. Just like in a family, you have to have agreement. Or you won't be happy. And if you don't have any agreement in Forex, you'll have an empty bank account. Where the hell did that go? Let's come over here. Let's do it again. There it is. All right. 2 in a row. It did okay. Pound dollar. Okay, yeah, I'm going to keep this trend line here. Let's find out where we are. So we can at least put a timestamp. It looks like it's struggling to go north. I mean, it has all the makings of going north. You got a lot of real estate to play with. And it's also attached to the dollar. I see a sliver of long action, so we will do that. The king says he likes it long. As far over here as I can. There we go. Long when indicators turn. 5:14 p.m. session. Tomorrow is mid-month. Very good, very good. Okay, so let's go to dollar Swiss yen or dollar Swiss franc. So you have an uptrend here. Looks like it, right? Will it continue that way? It looks like the Bollinger Bands looks like it wants to go down here. We're seeing that on the 2-hour indicator. But it looks like we're still on an uptrend on the other two, so I'm going to just call this no agreement. Those of you who joined us this morning, the king was 5 for 5 on trades last night, so he did really well. Those indicators just do not stop. They're always looking out for you. Pound Swiss. Well, just by looking at it, you know what it's up must go down. And we kind of have a sideways trend here, right? It looks like it. There is no sideways trend. That's called dancing in the middle of the street. But it looks there at the end, it looks like it wanted to go up, sorta, right? So let's put, man, I have to erase these lines. I should have erased that one first. So let's do this here, and let's call this long when the indicators turn. Now, those of you who are coming to us for the first time, when I say indicators, that's what our students get. They pay for the indicators every single month. Forex is just an unbelievable business. It's extremely hard. Not only that, it's the largest industry in the world. It generates anywhere between $5 and $7 trillion a day in liquid cash. And what I like about it is, I almost quit Forex when I first started because I just got intimidated with all the big words and the movement, and 98% of Forex retailers or traders lose money. And I said, what kind of odds are those? So anyway, I kind of embraced it and ended up doing very well. And I spent a little time and money and hard work and, making up some indicators that work. Without the indicators, I'd probably fall in that 98% of people that lose money. But I do very well. Here at Trade Surfers, we're proud to say that we're probably in the mid-90s on our batting record for winning trades. And we also practice, we're also big on huge risk management. So, but anyway, let's move on to the next trade. It's Aussie yen. Aussie dollar versus the Japanese yen. Here's the let me erase this. And let's look for the direction it's going. It's right here. And where are we? So we can see your progress right there. Okay. Maybe too early to call, but it looks like, the obvious looks like it's going up. Hopefully we can repeat that trend, but the Bollinger Bands are going up, and the King Solomon is saying that that's what's going to happen. So let me put this right here. See if we can put another place for this. Nope, ain't gonna work. Seems like this thing wants to do whatever it wants to do. Unbelievable. Sorry about that, guys. Waste more time doing this text. We'll get through it, guys. Hold on. There's something wrong with this. I apologize. I don't get this. Jesus. To me, this is pretty important because it really tracks what we're doing. Maybe because it's a Forex. Jesus. Don't understand it. Do it one more time and unbelievable. Sorry about that. Let's go to CAD yen. So this looks like, let me get rid of this. It seems like when trades go long, there's a lot of them that go long. In this case, I think we're probably going to have a good day tomorrow. Just remember, tomorrow's Friday, so get out of your trades pretty soon, or at least by lunchtime. Sometimes things don't go your way and you have to stay in them, and I've seen when you have to stay in a trade longer than you want to, the last thing you want to do is try and get in a trade on Friday and get out right before the market closes, and it won't let you. And what you typically wake up to is a big loss on Sunday because there's a big gap. So you don't want to get caught in that deal. So, so this one looked like it can go long. I mean, it's an obvious trade, but you never know. We don't sense any consolidation here, so that's what I'm going to put. Long when the indicators turn. Come on, please behave. I'm just going to put the arrow there just to make it go long. That's what I'll do. We don't waste any more time. So it's frustrating for me, so I know it'll be frustrating for you. So let's go to Swiss yen. Give me 1 second here. Okay. So from here on out, what we're going to do is I'll put the arrow where King Solomon says it's going to go. So what I'll do is we can visually see that the trade is going long. So I'll put this here, and I'll put this here. And it seems like when I do this text message that the direction is being cut off. So I'll just do this, and we'll know that when indicators turn to go long. Got to improvise. Here we go. Nice and smooth. Euro Aussie dollar. So let me get rid of this. Looks like it's going short here. Trend's going short. There's a lot of real estate to come this way as well. So I think we're going to change this to short. Okay. Move this over. And we'll put an arrow to go down, right? That's what we agreed on? Right there. So indicators turn. Boom. There we are. It's code anyway. Our students will get it. Euro pound. Got our race history. Okay. So it's obviously in a downward trend. Not a steep one, but it's going down. So let's see where we are. Underneath the red candle. And it's going to go short. It's a lot of trades. There we go. Let's put the arrow going short. That's great. This is awesome right here. So we're moving right along. There's some pretty good movement out there in Forex today. I don't see any agreement on here. So what I'll do is we'll erase that. We'll put a trend line that was here. I'll just put no agreement. No agreement. Okay. So when I say no agreement, I just wouldn't, I wouldn't take that trade unless you see something tonight when you're going through your chart book. So, but I'd stay away from that one today. New Zealand dollar versus the Japanese yen. Let's find out where we are. Right here. And what we can do is see what direction we're going in. It's pretty obvious. It's coming up from the bottom. You know, anytime that we're on this side of the street it can consolidate on this side of the street, and more than likely it's going to go up. So, I always say stay away from consolidation. You never know when it's going to happen. But when consolidation is on this side of the street, more than likely there's going to be pressure for it to go up. So we necessarily don't need a King Solomon to tell us which way it's going to go. But however, there still is no agreement. There's a lot of support lines that you can't see here, and it may struggle to go north. So on this one here, when there's no agreement, this is another trade that I would probably stay away from. So I'm going to put, let's go this way first. No agreement. So tomorrow when we wake up, this one's already moving, but who knows? Maybe it likes to be on the other side of the street. I really can't tell. Forex has a mind of its own, and we just move based on pressure of money coming in, money coming out of the market. So, but for right now, I really don't like the trade. But that doesn't mean that these indicators will agree later on tonight. So, if you're looking for a trade, you may want to write this down on a watch list. I mean, common sense will tell you it's been at the bottom and it's moving up, but we just don't have enough agreement to call the trade. New Zealand dollar versus the U.S. dollar. All right, here we go. Let's erase this. Let's see where the money line is here. It's obviously going in this direction. Bounced off the bottom. It was in consolidation about 5 or 6 hours ago. But seems like this one that's tied up to the dollar, the previous trade was tied up to the Japanese yen. This one here is tied up to the dollar. The US 30 went down today, but overall, most currency pairs are going to act on what the dollar does. And the dollar's, even though it's pretty weak right now, it's still the strongest currency. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it long when indicators turn. So if this text message, so it says long there, you can tell. I just can't, my text messaging isn't working correctly, so I went ahead and put the arrow just in case there's any doubt. But tomorrow when we wake up in the morning, we should have some pips to look at. Been cooking all night in the crock pot. All right, let's look at dollar CAD. Okay. I called this trade short this morning, or the King Solomon did, and sure enough, hats off to you, Mr. King. So let's go ahead and erase that. Let's see where we are right now. So far, the King's batting 1,000. All right. So we are going short on this one. Looks like it's going short. But this one may come together later tonight. When I mean later tonight, I'm talking about the middle of the night, like 3 in the morning. But what I'm going to do is change this to short. So for those students that have our system, just wait for the indicators to turn, and you'll be golden. Aussie dollar versus the Canadian dollar. Man, look at all this money. It's beautiful. We make our money between support and resistance. So let's just erase this here. I called this long this morning, and sure enough, it went. So let's see where we're at here. Right there. This looks like it's going long. Right now with this has a lot, I think this particular pair has a lot of influence with the institutional traders, and they can really influence the market. It's obviously going up, but there's also There's also some negative pressure. Maybe money's getting ready to leave the market closed. I don't know, but we don't have any agreement on here. So this is one that I don't want to take any chances on. I only take the best trades, and I don't ever get in a situation where I try to find trades where like look at it and say, maybe it could do this, maybe it could do that. You know, I want to square up on it and make sure it's perfect. And even on a bad day or bad week, I'll still find 2 or 3 trades. When I say find, that means that it's got to line up perfectly. You know, and this is why that we have a very high win rate. We're probably in the mid-90s, something like that. We practice risk management like you wouldn't believe. That's what we teach. And we're pretty successful. Our students love us. So what I'm going to do here is just put no agreement. And I don't want to spend too much time with it, because when you spend too much time with a certain trade pair, it causes brain damage. And we've got a lot of that in the world. So what do? We just go to the next trade. It's too easy. Let's just do the easy ones. Finding out when, look at this, isn't that weird? Consolidation. You know, just dancing in the middle of the street all day. And then all of a sudden this candle comes out and starts another consolidation trend. I have an indicator. This thing, when it gets released to market here probably by midsummer, all of our students need to go shopping for their own private island. It's going to be unbelievable. I'm working on it now. We've just added trend to it, but this thing gives pressure right out of consolidation. It's beautiful. So there's usually 2 movements that come out of consolidation, and we've almost perfected these 2 moves, whether it's going short or long, or whether it does a head fake. And when I was first trying out this indicator, I tried to blow up my account, and we missed about 5 trades. And I was trying to figure it out. 2 of them were my mistake, and the other 5 or 6, or how many losers we had, we all went against the trend. And I said, how can I miss that? I teach that. So we added the trend to it, and so far we've done very well. It's almost done, so stay tuned. It's going to be nice. Seems like the in Forex, the nemesis is consolidation, because this, look at this consolidation here. You tell me where, you know, there's pressure for this thing to shoot up like that. This is where, to me, it seems like the institutional traders are just collecting money and then just taking it all right here. I don't know what happened here. That just boggles my mind. But we're going to stay away from this trade. But let's find out where we are. And we'll just say no agreement. There we go. Let's go to EuroCAD. This is our money here. Looks like it's going down for sure, right? The good thing about it here, I like the trades that seem to be between support and resistance. There's a lot of support and resistance lines here. There's a lot of real estate to go up, and there's a lot of real estate to go down. So it looks like it wants to continue on this trend. Not quite yet. It's kind of in the middle of the street here. It looks like consolidation is getting ready to start, but it looks like there's a lot of pressure for it to go down. And our indicators will tell you when to get in, when to get out. So let me put this here. Change this to short. It's not quite ready yet, but it will be here maybe in the next hour or so. So my text message keeps going into the next screen. So when you see T there, that means short. So we'll test the waters tomorrow to see how the king did. He's batting 100 right now, or 1,000 at least. I'm sorry. Let's go to Euro Swiss. Has a small trend, or it could be retracement, which I like to call the hokey pokey. You know, you put one hand in, one hand out. Yep. Take one step forward and two steps back. Retracement. I hate it. So, but anyway, this trade quite isn't ready to go north yet. I would look for this thing to go probably maybe when the London session opens up, about 2 or 3 o'clock Eastern time. So let's look for this to go long. Only when the indicators tell you. There you go. I love it when it shows up. All right. Let's look at another euro. Euro Kiwi. Let me erase this. Look at these little signals here. As a student, you get these signals right to your email. So when you get them, you can go look at your MT4 and place your order. Very, very nice. So I really don't know about this trade, but I'm still going to mark it, see where it's at. And I'm just going to put my gut feeling right here. And in text message, I'm just going to put no agreement. No agreement, but I think it may go short. Who knows? We'll see. Eurosec. Erase this here. Got to see where we're at. Right here. We are right there. You got to know where you're going. Looks like it's going to go short. This is probably another trade that you may get a signal to get in the trade 5, 6, 7 hours from now, about midnight or so. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to label this one as short when indicators turn. Okay. Drag this over. There you go. So when you can't see the text because it's being hidden, we'll just refer to the arrow. Pound Aussie dollar. Okay. This trade's just moving all over the place, going nowhere fast. It's obvious that the trade here in the last few hours has gone down, the last 8 hours or so. But the history will tell us that doesn't mean anything. There's not really a trend here. You know, it's just kind of been bouncing around. You know, it goes down and up. I mean, there's no doubt you can make money doing this, and it's great. I love it when it does this. But a true trend hasn't been started yet. So I'm just going to call this no agreement. Okay. All right. Let's go to pound CAD. This is definitely, I wish I could race them all at once. But here we go. We have one. We got to find out where we are to know where we're going and what direction we're going. This is obviously a good downtrend, but it's just been slowly moving there. Pound CAD. King Solomon says it's still going to go short. It's getting towards the bottom here. You know, common sense has to come into play here where it's going to go north, but there's a lot of real estate to go here. But I'm just going to call this no agreement. pound Swiss. All right, it's been going down for a long time. Let's find out where the money is here. Short here. Let's find out where the money is. Right here. I think the it is going to go long. We just need to know when to get in, right? So if the text gets hidden, which it didn't, okay, so we're good. Last trade, pound NZD. There's no trend here, and there's no agreement. There we are. So let me show you what I just finished working on here. It's called the Moabs. Love it, man. This is put these on display here. Love it, love it, love it. So what these are is these are all the trade pairs that we just went over, and I made these specifically for our students. You'll get an email when a certain trade triggers in a certain direction. We haven't set up the alerts yet. They're done. They're right here. We're just doing the email thing. So move this over. So we would have gotten a signal because there's agreement here to go north. Look at that. That's a pretty good little movement here. You could tell just by looking at these indicators when there's agreement. Like this one's going up, this one's going down, this one's going down. This is not agreement. You need to be looking when they're all going north. When they're all going north. When they're all going north. Look at that. So you can go through every single one of these in a blink of an eye. Just by looking at it. I made it very colorful so you can just figure it out. It's not hard. Forex is very difficult, but it's made easy. And I got all these set up with signals. It's beautiful. Let's just go to Moab alerts too. So you could tell just by looking at it, just switching over and over and over again to these different books here. Moab 3. Look at that. Pretty neat. No agreement, no agreement, no agreement, no agreement. You can tell when they're setting up and everything. This is beautiful. I'm constantly doing this. Now these anytime I get something like to make it convenient for you to trade, there's still indicators and there's still chart books, and you get those. Now the indicator that I'm working on now to get out of consolidation, there may be a surcharge on that one, but that, my friends, is beautiful. For those of you who are viewing for the first time, we have another one here. It's very special to me. It's called the Rochelle indicator. This is strictly for scalping, which is still intraday trading. You're just in and out of the trade really quickly. The danger of scalping, and let me tell you about this tool that I have along with it. The danger of scalping is there's a lot of times that you're taking trades against the trend. That is very, very dangerous, because if you're taking trades against the trend, that means you and your money are going to separate from you very quickly. So scalping is a very, very slippery fish. Doesn't matter what trade what currency pair you're trading. It's even more slippery when you're scalping gold in US 30. Now don't get me wrong, I love to scalp. That is my personality. But when you make a mistake, boy does it hurt. It hurts really quickly and badly especially when you're parting with money. But anyway, hold on. So we have every spectrum here. I want to show you something I'm working on as well. Not that other one, we still have to name it. I'm taking some requests from our students of what they'd like to call the one that I'm working on. So one of their students called and said they wanted, or emailed me, said that he wanted to name that one the Enola Gay. I had to do some research on what that meant. Anyway, okay, so we have scalping, which is the same thing as intraday trading, which just a little regular Forex trading is, stay in the trade, let it develop, and then, watch it form, and you're in it for maybe an hour or whatever. Scalping, you're in and out in 15, 20, 30, 1 minute, And then you have this thing called a swing trade, where you may be in the trade for 1 to 5 days. And we have that here. We have you covered. I wouldn't do swing trading on gold or US 30, but I would on the rest of the Forex pairs. And all we are is looking for agreement. And they tend to. I really like doing swing trading. The only thing is with swing trading is that staying in a pair for more than a day is very dangerous right now. Forex is always volatile. But right now with the coronavirus or COVID-19, it's even more, because we have different news coming out all the time, which news will affect a currency like you wouldn't believe. So if you're trying to throw a football 50 yards down the field and the wind is going 70 miles an hour, it's probably not a good idea. You're going to throw it down the field like you want to, but the wind's going to carry it. So I'd rather just hand the ball off to a running back, because you just hand it off and he runs. It's a little safer. So when things get back to normal, it's also election year. So this affects Forex currency. It doesn't make it it doesn't make Forex bad. You can make money when the currencies are going down, or you can make money when the currencies are going up. All you're doing is putting a contract on this that it's going to go up or down. You don't actually own the currency. So that's one thing that I particularly like more than, just betting on the stock market, because you own product or a share of it. So, the only time that you make money when you're at the bottom on the stock market is when you buy it at the bottom and hope it goes up. But if you own it at the top and it goes down, you still own that until you sell it. In Forex, you own nothing. So, that's why I like Forex. It's so awesome. And it's rewarding when you make big checks. So I'm very proud of these indicators. I've made all of them. Spent a lot of time with all this, and it really works. So trading places is here for family. I hate seeing families or breadwinners trading time for money and taking away from their families where they should be. The jobs are getting more demanding, and I really wanted to latch onto something where people can make a difference in their lives without spending the entire work week, working 70 hours, because, Arnold Palmer once said, we're born to die, but he also said, I just want to live until I do. That's very powerful to me. So, and it's powerful to me because I spent 28 years in the car business. And, it's working 12 to 15 hours a day, no joke, for a long time. So I really enjoy Forex. I really enjoy the second part of my life now. I'm able to do things I want the way I want it. So hats off to Forex. And I want to pass what I know about Forex on to you. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. If you'd like to join Trading Places, our website is thetradingplaces.com. And you can join for $3.99, and you get training twice a day. We go over all the trade pairs twice a day. We call the trend. We could even do one-on-ones with you. You get access to our private VIP channel, which is called Trading Places on Telegram. We have a YouTube channel. If you can't make the training, it's recorded for you and put on there, and it's labeled, May 6 p.m. session, a.m. session. You can see how we do things. We teach you how to use our indicators. They're simple. simple to learn. I suggest you go to other places to learn Forex to see how difficult it is. You have to learn a whole different language. We don't use that type of jargon. And I usually go over more. I'll go over 5 or 6 trades tomorrow, and I go more into training on how to use our indicators. So it's $3.99 to start, $99 a month, and you get 100% support from us. I think that's about it. So you get access to all our indicators. So I'd like to close by saying thank you for hopping on. And this little message I like to close with is, I really believe that we were put on this planet to help people that can't help themselves. So if you can, anytime you can, please help someone. But anyway, so from San Antonio and Sydney, Guajardo, and Trading Places, we bid you farewell. Thank you very much. We'll see you in the morning. Bye-bye.